Hello, everyone, and welcome to round 7 of the TFH Hire Legend Car E Series. I'm your host, Aidan Williams, once again in the commentary box, and beside me again, my fellow companion, Josh Cody. Josh, welcome back to the commentators box for another round of the TFH Hire Legend Car E Series. We're here at Oschersleben. What are your thoughts on this track? I know you've raced it a couple times in some series on official events, but what's your take on it? Interesting. He's already not talking. You just remember you're probably on mute. But yeah, Oschersleben, a great track, pretty technical. A lot of overtaking spots, especially through some of the chicanes. First corner, one of the most deadly corners on the track. Lucky we're not running the alternate layout, or else it would be even deadlier. But looking at James Brett right now, but we'll quickly get to our race information to get straight to you. Oschersleben using the Grand Prix layout here in Germany, 3.61 kilometers long, 22 degrees. The temperature is on the track, but it's 20 degrees in air temperature and 85% in the humidity. Overcast, 14k winds. Believe it's a headwind down the main straight. Some of the drivers reporting it is a headwind down the main straight, and also a bit of chance of rain coming in for qualifying, so that should shake things up a little bit. We'll grab the leaderboard up right now. Full size on our NASCAR leaderboard. It's Maximus Morgan who is on the pole position in practice so far. Don't think he done the last round, and he comes here at Oschersleben putting in a 40 flat, so that's a really good time out of the box from Maximus Morgan. As I see now, Fraser Clegg, who's crossed the line, he's gone to second place, only 3/100ths off Maximus Morgan. Josh Benno, he's back for another round, already in the top 3. Ryan Taborski in 4th, and Maximus Morgan in P5. So both Morgans in the top 5. And remember, Maximus Morgan is the number 58, and Nick Morgan is the number 65. Josh Cody, what are your takes on your fellow FTA members in the top 5? Well, 2 of them in the top 5, and Luca in 6th.
I'm not surprised Luca's in the top 5 because he's low-key a no-lie.
Okay, well, Luca isn't in the top 5. It's Nick and Max actually in the top
Oh,
5.
it's Nick and Max. Oh, I love Nick and Max. If no one knew, Nick is actually, I'm training him in photography. I'm teaching Nick literally everything. So I'm very happy Nick's in the top 5 with Max.
Okay. Well, sorry for everyone. Sorry for everyone's liveries going grey. But I'm just trying to get Nick's livery in the background working, which it finally works now after clicking the Control R to refresh paints. And now he's not in a white livery, he's back in the FTA livery, magically appearing on the screen. So, not that many people
Let's
on track right
go.
now. Minute 43 left in practice.
Ryan.
But we'll have quali and
Nick.
quali starting soon. Us watching all the FTA members come on through around this beautiful track here in Germany. Don't have a track map today, so we're just going to be calling corners by names. I'll just be like that corner, this corner, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. But yeah, look at Luca taking that line. But in the race, that will not be allowed. You'll pick up an off track from that. And oh my goodness! Oh, there we go. And that's Maximus Morgan's car ridden off, and that's him done for the weekend. Can't repair that. And back to Nick Morgan. So nothing much to talk about here, but I think he's still on the track. Where is he? Yes, he is. Daniel Cox running a livery each round. He had the which Tim Tam was it again? I can't even remember. It's pink something. Pink Volvo, or Pink Vovo. Yeah, Pink Vovo or something. One of the Tim Tam flavors. And right now he is running another Tim Tams livery. This time the Choc Mint, one of my favorite flavors of Tim Tams. Love a bit of a minty taste. And yeah, green for this race this oncoming weekend. should say, on for the oncoming nights. Still got another 4 people to do laps. So Joseph Parkinson, Jonathan Harris, Jacob Higgins, and Ethan Johnson. Ethan Johnson with a quali ban after some interesting events at the bend, trying to take the optimal racing line. And look at Daniel Cox drifting it for the last couple of corners into the last corner, but he will be shortly cut off soon, or maybe not yet, because we are going to be heading into quali now. Josh, what are some expectations coming into this quali session? We've seen Fraser Clegg take pole position in the last 3 races. Can he keep that form going?
I mean, it's Fraser Clegg we're talking about, probably.
Wow, nice. But in some other words, it's been coming close, though, between the gap for pole positions sometimes. Maximus Morgan, first one to get onto the track, eager to get a lap time in. And see in the background there, is that Nick Morgan, who's already just gone wide? I just got to quickly let Ethan Johnson know that he does have a quali ban. Ethan, I need you to pull over, bud. You have a quali ban after what happened last round. Oh, Fraser's spun. Fair. Don't worry, they are on. But yeah, Ethan, if you do any valid lap time, you will get an end of line. But please, it is advised that you do come back to the pit lane, because you do have a quali ban. Whoa, okay, that's not nice. Oh goodness. Things going on in this voice channels. Oh, number 16. Who's number 16? Bobby Burns. He's from the old FTA livery still. Which is interesting.
Bobby's a silly duffer.
Bobby is a silly duffer, but let's quickly go to, where is he? I'm trying to find him on the track, Maximus Morgan. He comes to start the first lap here at Oschersleben and run you through a lap down here, down the T number 1. Pretty tricky on the track, very tight chicane. Try to get as much curve as you can onto the left and then get into this long right-hander. A lot of people take in different lines. Some people take tight, some people take wide. But there, Max, looks like he maybe took the middle, bit of a late apex. And heading into next left-hander. I'm just hearing over the voice chat here. There's something. You have a quali ban for cutting the whole track at the bend. Ethan, if you can, please don't set a valid lap and just come straight back to the pits for this quali ban, please.
You need to tell him off, Aiden.
Hopefully Ethan gets out of the way here. I'm sorry I had to cut off from him at Max's lap. Max, though, he comes across the line. What will be the lap time to beat for everyone? Don't even have my leaderboard up just yet. It isn't even going out. But here we go. 40.9 for that lap. And hopefully Ethan comes into pits, which he does. So thanks, Ethan, for coming into the pits. As well as Jacob Higgins following him into the pits too. So Jacob maybe taking even a quali ban too, even though he doesn't have one. But coming into the pit lane they come now. But yeah, Max taking that top step. JJ Hamilton coming across the line. Gets a lap in. Daniel Cox with a lap time in as well. Everyone crossing the line now. Josh Benno third. Jackson Whitehead crosses the line. Doesn't get a good lap in there. Oh my goodness. Fraser Clegg though on a purple lap. He comes out of the last corner. He's using the slipstream with James Brett. Will this go straight to pole for not James Brett. Fraser Clegg straight away. Yes it is. 2 tenths quicker. Nearly 3. a 40.2. So him and James going to be trading toe. But yeah, Max already on another flying. Doesn't even have toe. He's on his own. So if he can put in that 40 flat that he did in practice, he might be on the pole position. But I reckon he can get into the 39s by himself. Just depends on what Fraser and James will be doing in the toe trains. As James is now behind Fraser Clegg. So James is going to be competitive here. Watching Max once again coming through into the last sectors, or last corners, I should say. Gets a nice bit of curb there using all the exit he can into the last corner. Does he pick up a bit of curb on the right? No, he doesn't. But how much will he use on the exit? Not as much as Fraser does. But down the main straight, what will the lap time be? Does it improve? Yes, he does. Now he's in second place. Only 2 tenths off Fraser Clegg by himself on the track. JJ Hamilton in fourth place. He's got Brooke Wilson, his fellow teammate, I believe, using each other down the main straight. Where will JJ go? Where will Brooke go? Can they get somewhere better than where they are right now? Cross the line. Waiting for the times. They should go up. Brooke Wilson in fifth, and then Daniel Cox now goes up into sixth. Joshua Benno now up into second using the slipstream of Daniel Cox. Fraser Clegg is on a double purple lap around the corner. What would the lap time be? This is a beautiful lap now from Fraser Clegg. What would the lap time be? Is the 39.7. There you go. Using that slipstream from James Brett down the main straight, as it gave him so much leverage over the rest of the field so far. Used a lot of curb into T1. But James Brett now going to be utilising that toe to try to get somewhere better than he is in sixth place so far and improve. Ryan Taborski just up ahead, just trying to just put some clean laps in as he is in second now by himself. Josh Benno still using Daniel Cox for a slipstream, so can Josh Benno get a pole once again in this series? Heading back to Maximus Morgan in fifth spot. He's on a green and a yellow, but this is his last sector that he's on right now. Can he improve even more? As we have nearly 3 minutes left now. I don't know why the timer still doesn't show up on this leaderboard. But into the last corner, I think he's just not pushing it on this lap, and this is the lap he's going to push on. So Max, hopefully this lap will be the lap to get somewhere better than P5, as his brother Nick is ahead of him, but it's very close between the two. James Brett trying to use Fraser for that slipstream. He's still within it. And Fraser runs really wide, so that will be an off track. But James now using that slipstream. Can James improve himself from sixth? But Fraser Clegg lets him pass, so he won't get the slipstream down the main straight, James, as he heads through the last sector now. Nicholas Morgan, I see it crosses the line. JJ Hamilton doesn't improve. Nick Morgan does P4, so still P4, just improves on his time. Josh Bello crosses the line, doesn't improve on his time. Must have got an off track on the lap. Jackson Whitehead, 40.6, that's seventh spot. Nearly a second off the pace. Here comes Ryan Taborski across the line second. Now it's only 2 tenths away from Fraser Clegg. James Brett improves to a 40.3. That is third place for James. Fraser Clegg going to use the slipstream of James Brett. Looking in the background, George Miles into seventh now. But Ryan Taborski in second on his own. It's only 2 tenths off the pace on Fraser, so he is pushing that Skittles machine to the limit, trying to get a pole position out of it. And looking back to Maximus Morgan, where is he? What is his lap time? It's a yellow, but will it be a green into the second? No, it's a yellow. Through the last corner, or not last corner, through the last sector now. He'll have one more lap after this to improve. JJ Hamilton is on a personal best as he heads down the back straight now using the slipstream of Brooke Wilson. Josh Benno now, very wide in the background. Josh Benno, that might be his lap done. And no, now they're pulling over. Here comes Nick Morgan to go on the way through. But Nick Morgan, he was improved, but then he had to run really wide into there. Fraser Clegg. Got James Brett behind him. Fraser Clegg, I can't see his sector time so far. I don't know if he's on for that. Bobby Burns will cross the line right now. Here comes, Nick Morgan. Really wide out of the last corner. He's in the wall. Hopefully he doesn't rejoin back onto the racing line, which he doesn't. He gets back off it and just goes back into the wall, but holy, that would have been close. Fraser Clegg though, yellow, so that won't be it. Ryan Taborski's in the pits. He can't challenge the pole position. So I think Fraser Clegg might have the pole once again with a 39.7, but he comes across the line and does a 39.9. but I believe that will be qualifying done. Luca improves the 10th spot with a 40.6, I believe. But here comes everyone crashing into the first corner as they know quali is now ended because of the hard cut. Yeah, Brooke Wilson, JJ Hamilton, they should know about this hard cut quali, so I don't think they will get that lap in. Well, Brooke blinks out. JJ Hamilton behind too. They should know this hard cut quality is going to kick in soon. Got 2 seconds, and the checkered flag will come out, and the hard cut has kicked in. So now we'll be heading into racing. 11 laps here at Oschersleben. How is this racing going to unfold? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. But let's run you through the grid for today's racing. Getting it up on the screen, Fraser Clegg with that 39.7 puts it on the pole position ahead of Ryan Taborski, who lines up second with a I can't even tell my lifetime, but just 2 tenths off the pace, nearly 3 tenths. But I believe Ryan actually got into the 39s, maybe. I don't know. It might have just been a 40 flat. But James Brett in third, great qualifying from Josh Benno back on the racing again. He will line up in fourth position. Nicholas Morgan in fifth. Jackson Whitehead, great qualifying performance from him. He'll start in sixth. Maximus Morgan in seventh. George Miles in eighth. Daniel Cox in ninth with the Chalk Mint Tim Tams livery. And Luca Padaviz, Luca Joseph Thang, Padaviz Robo lines up in 10th. Brooke Wilson in 11th. Bobby Burns, Bobby with 3 Bs, lines up in 12th. Ahead of JJ, behind is JJ Hamilton, Joseph Parkinson, Ethan Johnson, Jonathan Harris, and then Jacob Higgins off the rear of the grid. Fraser Clegg now on the grid, and we will have the formation lap commence when the safety car decides to peel away. So Josh Cody, Fraser Clegg, pole position once again. That's 4 pole positions in a row. Can he convert it into another race win? Or will there be people on his tail since how powerful the slipstream is here today? What do you reckon's going to happen on this opening lap?
I think most likely top 4 will probably pull away. Top 3, top 4 will pull away and leave a gap, and there's going to be a big battle for like a 5th or something, I reckon.
5th or something. Nice. Now, I just got a thing here. Ethan and Jacob have not moved at all.
Oh, I think I've just broken one of my braces.
I'll just quickly say, Ethan and Jacob, can you? Yeah, thank you. Can't even understand him. What did he even say?
He was mid-stroke, he said.
Okay, so nice. Yeah, Fraser Clegg pole position 4 in a row.
I've just broken a braces bracket. That's nice.
That is not good. But yeah, Josh Benno.
It's so good.
Josh Benno back in the Legend Car E Series, TFHI Legend Car E Series, puts it in 4th place. That's a really good effort from him. Notorious for being a bit of a party animal, as he is. Yeah, 16 drivers for tonight's racing. Not as many as we had at the Bend, but still will provide for some great racing. The normal people here, like Fraser and everyone. Daniel Cox showing up for every round, which is really good. I believe he is 6th place in the championship, being really consistent, not DNFing in any races so far this season. Just look where Ethan Johnson and that are. Backing off a bit here. Hopefully they do. Oh, they do rejoin onto the back of the field. Hey, I nearly said the whole word, but I'll take it away from here. Actually, Josh, you know what? I want you to take it away on the start here. No, I do want you to. Just let's go.
I'm my chocolate bar.
put the chocolate bar down. You need to do it here for the start.
But it's gonna be cold.
Doesn't matter. Get ready.
Oh, no, it's gonna be warm. I don't know. As they roll around the last corner. Here we go.
Okay, well, I'll continue, as there's already a spin down the main straight. Does Jackson save it, or does he?
Look, it's going on the Oschersleben rally
He
course.
just gets spun around. That was very close to a major incident. Heading down the T1, Ryan Taborski's under pressure from James Brett. And James Brett's going to go straight up around the outside and maybe hold it, because then you have the inside for the next corner. Jackson getting spun around on the start. And look at this, James Brett is right on the inside into the next corner. Is he going to tag anyone under the brake? And I don't think he does. It was very close. But Fraser still holds the lead, and Ryan's in second place. The FTA boys behind. I haven't got the leaderboard up. I'm an idiot. But yeah, here's the leaderboard now. So, Nick Morgan in fifth. George Miles is up 2 spots. He's in that top battle. Bobby Burns has been spun around.
Bobby.
Not Bobby with 3 Bs.
Whoa.
I don't know why he has 3 Bs in his name, but we continue racing. Ethan Johnson up 7 spots. He's doing well to come through the field after the quali ban, making his way through. Joseph Parkinson too, doing another last to what challenge like he done at the bend. I can't remember where he got in that first race, but here comes Ryan Taborski now. Here comes the pace, the slipstream, down into the chicane, and it's Ryan who takes the lead. Josh Benner now is in third. I saw just Ethan Johnson running really wide there. A little bit of dust being kicked up. And heading into the last couple of corners, Fraser Clegg right on the tail. Josh Benno's really wide. That's going to allow James Brett to go for it. Ethan Johnson runs really wide. James Brett backs out really early. Nick Morgan's in the battle there. There's a spin for the last corner. Does it involve a lot of people? No, they keep it all running, but I believe it was actually Daniel Cox who's the biggest loser out of it. I don't know what even happened there, but down the main straight, we are 3 wide in the background. It's nearly, oh my goodness, I just don't even know what's going on. George Miles is trying to make it 3 wide. Josh Benner running all the coke. Nick Morgan is on the podium, but here comes Josh Benner. He's going to try and go right back down the inside. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Joseph Parkinson, Ethan Johnson being involved in the crash. Hopefully they keep on going, which they do. No major shunts into the wall. Joseph Parkinson, though, rejoins. Maybe a bit of damage on the car, but he keeps on going. Ethan Johnson, though, in the background, having his fair share of incidents already for tonight's racing. And Ryan Taborski is right on the tail of Fraser Clegg. Where will he make a move? Just going to have a look back at Ethan Johnson, just in case he does a little bit of, off-track excursions to try cut, which he can't so far in this race. But Jacob Higgins in 8th spot. He's up 9 spots. Going through the fast left-right chicane onto the back straight. Can Nick Morgan catch up and maybe get a win here? I believe he hasn't actually got a win so far this season. So down into the last sector we go now. Ryan Taborski's right up on the tail. Looking in the background. George Miles blinking out a little bit. He's got James Brett behind him. Fraser Clegg still has a bit of pressure now from Ryan Taborski. Ryan looking really racy tonight. This is good. This is what I want to see down the main straight. Will Ryan bump draft, or will he go for a move? Hopefully, go for a move, make it spicy. Down the main straight. He's got nothing to lose for, but he's actually going to bump draft down the main straight. But Nick Morgan will be bump drafting, or will have the bump draft of Josh Benner. Down to the first corner. Nick Morgan runs really wide. Try to slow it down for the next part of the track. Can Josh Benner get it over under? No, he can't. Nick's still in the slipstream range. Looking back down in the rest of the field, Jackson Whitehead gets past Brooke Wilson. Bobby trying to go for a move on Brooke Wilson. Can't get it done. Joseph going to try and make his way back through the field. And Jonathan Harris, though, is actually, says he's on the track, but don't think he is. And look at Ryan on the tail. It's like you said, Josh, the top 4 going to try pull away.
I am always right. I say it all the time. I'm just always right. It's probably because my name is Josh. As you can see with Benno in 4th, us Joshes just have immense talent. Immense talent.
Yeah, but we're missing one Josh right now, Josh Hunter, which is unfortunate. We would have had 2 Joshes
playing
again.
Fortnite with Kevin Wilson.
Okay, yep.
Maybe.
But yeah, Jacob Higgins got some pressure behind. He's actually got Luca Padavis He's actually right on the tail. Look at that. He's going to go to the inside. Look at Jackson in the background. I'm sorry, but... Oh, my goodness. Jackson has spun in the background. He rejoins. I don't even know what happened. Fraser Clegg.
Gosh.
Back to the leaders. Ryan Taborski's round. He's tagged the back of Fraser Clegg. That's another Ryan Taborski ponderful performance. And now he's back down. Maybe into 7th place. Nearly he gets it back into 6th. But Nick Morgan is maybe on for a win here. Go on, Nick, in the FTA livery. Go, you good thing. Look at Ryan. He tagged the rear of Fraser Clegg and he spun around. So hopefully he can make it way through. Jacob playing it smart here. Bum drafting Luca down the main straight. Back to the leaders. Nick, he is here. He's ready to go. I'm going to have a look at the results from the last rounds just to make sure he hasn't had a win. Nick Morgan. Yeah, he's had 2 podiums so far this season. Can he, though, get a win? He's had a 3rd and a 2nd. Can he get that inaugural 1st place? Hopefully he can. Ryan Taborski went off the track, apparently came back on. Brooke Wilson went off the track, apparently came back on. Jackson got Ethan behind him, tailing him. But yeah, Nick Morgan in 2nd place. Going to be trying just to follow Fraser Clegg with 8 laps to go. But Josh, what was your thoughts on the opening laps?
A lot of yelling, so I got a bit of a headache. But yeah, I think some Eurofin will fix that.
Yeah, well there you go. Josh Benner though, making the move down the inside, pulls across back into the braking. He knows he has the pace and he wants to get to Fraser Clegg and get a win on the board again. He has had...
again. Sorry, you go.
Yeah, he's only had 1 win this season. He's had a couple podiums. He's had a 1st, a 2nd, a 2nd, and a 3rd. Missed out at the bend. He didn't do the bend. And he's here on for another podium position. But can it be a win now this season? Again, he won at Laguna. He had a very good win at Laguna. Actually, it was a couple seconds in the lead. I believe it was like 6 seconds. But can he get another win, his 2nd win of the season, and break Fraser's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 win streak? He's had a 7-win streak from the feature race at Winton all the way to the feature race at the Bend. He's won 7 races in a row. But can Josh Benno break it here at Oschersleben? Can Nick break it at Oschersleben? It's going to be one of them 3. Who cares about the pronunciation? But yeah, Ryan Taborski up in the P5. Going to make the move on James Brett soon. Looking in the background, 4 people here battling 2 FTA and James and Ryan. In the background, Jackson Whitehead had his spin. He had his fair share. Going to cut back to the race start. So down the main straight, who did he get spun by? Was it George? It was George. George spun him down the main straight. And Jackson nearly collects a numerous amount of people down the main straight. It was very close. But here we go, Josh Benno. We cut back, and Josh Benno now to the inside, making light work of it. He's down the inside of Fraser Clegg. Can Nick Morgan look for a move now on Fraser Clegg? Fraser runs really wide. I think Nick will just back out of that one. But Josh Benno is now to the lead. And Ryan Taborski also makes the move on James Brett, and now he's in the P4. Ryan could be catching the leaders maybe. It just depends if they battle. 7 laps to go. Make that 6 when they cross the line in a second. Josh Benno is your new race leader. From 4th on the grid to now 1st. Down the main straight. Here comes Fraser Clegg to the inside. Josh Benno going to let it happen, or will he hold it on the inside maybe? Yes, he will. He's going to try, but he can't. He'll back out of it. Or wait for another opportunity. Oh my goodness. Maximus Morgan nearly grip rolls. He's in the middle of the track trying to rejoin. He rejoins at a dangerous spot. Luca has to go wide. I bet there's a bit of beef going on in the FTA voice chat after that. But Nick Morgan, he's nearly Maximus Morgan, he's nearly grip rolled it. Let's have a look at what happened. Just gets tagged by James Brett. Look at the car lift up on 2 wheels, very close to grip rolling. Keeps it on the track and just keeps on going like nothing happened. But he's down into 9th place now. Back to the leaders. Through the fast right-left chicane. I said left-right before, but it's right-left. And into another right. Down the back straight. Josh Benno getting the slipstream, that powerful slipstream. Will he go for a move into the next set of corners? Yes, he will. To the inside. Try to break later than Fraser Clegg. Yes, he will. Down the inside. Fraser Clegg loses the lead once again. Are we going to go swappy? Every lap, Nick Morgan uses a lot of curve there. Maybe he's just going to buy his time. Here comes Fraser trying around the outside. Can't get it done. Maybe a switchback into the last corner. Can't get it done. Nick just waiting to pounce. Where will he make his mark and make the move to get into a better podium position? Ryan Zaborski in the background there. Fraser Clegg, he's going to run it across the wall nearly down the main straight. On the grass, there's a bit of contact down the main straight. That is insane. That's rubbing down the main straight. Those two will be having a couple words with that. But holy, that was close between them two. And Fraser runs really wide. Here comes Benno down the inside. It's very close between these two. Maybe Fraser trying to give it back. No, he's not. They're battling it out, rubbing it, the wheels so much. Down into the next set of corners. Contact under the braking. Wheel-to-wheel racing. And Nick is now down the inside of Josh Benno. Can he make it on Fraser? It's free wide on the exit of the corner. Heading down into the fast left-hander. Can Nick grab the lead down the inside into the next left-hander? Nick holds it and gets into the lead, but here comes Josh Benno right around the outside into the next corner and takes the inside. Fraser's now on the inside of Nick. So Nick had the inside, now he has the outside, hung out the dry. Now we're back into Benno first, Fraser second, and Nick in third. Great racing between them three. What did you think of that, Josh?
This is really entertaining. I think if Nick plays the time game in, he could be on for a really good shot for a win. And,
yes.
Yeah.
And Ryan actually in the background too is now starting to catch. But now Fraser playing the bump drafting game. I don't want to see. Look at it. There's five.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I don't want to see any bump drafting games. I want to see this racing again. It's insane what we're seeing. It's beautiful racing.
Yes.
But Ryan is starting to catch. But will Fraser try go for an inside move again, or will Benno stick to that inside line? No, Fraser Clegg is now playing the bump drafting game. But Nick is going to get that double slipstream. Maybe look for a move down the main straight. Or is he going to bump? We've got a triple bump draft train going. Into the first corner we go. And Fraser still holding in the second place. Looking in the background, Ryan hoping the catch. He's got James, his fellow mate, going to try and push it with him. George in third. Jacob is now into 7th. 10 spots from 17th on the grid to now 7th. 7th.
Seventh. Sever.
The machine.
Sausage.
Oh, a bit of bump drafting going into the next left-hander. Bit of tail wiggling action. But yeah, 4 laps to go. Seeing Ryan in the background, he's starting to catch. Who's got the fastest lap in this race? I want to have a look at this. It is Joshua Benno of 39.5. So, putting out some great laps. Even Johnson apparently went off the track a bit ago and then it came back in. I'll just have a look at what's going to happen here. Don't think anything's going to happen. Cut to a replay real quickly. That's going back. Let's just have a look at what happened here. Yeah, just runs wide at the final corner. And it says he's jumped to the pits. Don't know when he did. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Found what happened. He just straight lined into the next corner. Lost the whole front end of the car. Back to the leaders. 3 laps to go. Down the main straight. Will Fraser Clegg just bump draft Josh Benno? Yes, he will. Nick, he doesn't want this to happen. He'll get that double toe and stay in it. But look at that. Fraser just having a little bit of a peek to the outside into the first corner. Won't make the move, though. Maybe try get a switch back and under-over. Or over-under, I should say, not under-over. But can't get it done. So Benno's still leading us away. And Ryan Zaborski maybe catching. I'm going to look in the background. Bobby Burns battling it out with Joseph Parkinson. Daniel Cox in 13th, just putting it around there. Just get some points on the board. But when is Fraser going to look for a move? Will he wait to the last lap? Will he play it smart? Will Nick play it smart? Or will he want to try and get a move done straight away? It's going to be eventful, so don't go anywhere just yet. We've still got 3 laps to go and a feature race to come out, the top 10 reverse. As JJ Hamilton is battling it out with Jacob Higgins now. Side by side, look at this. These two battling it out for 8th and 9th, and this will determine who starts 2nd and 3rd in the feature race. And through the last couple of corners, or not the last couple of corners, through the chicane, it's JJ Hamilton who takes the 8th spot. So to the leaders again, Joshua Beno still leading it. Nick Morgan is still hanging on, because he is looking for a win, I reckon. He knows it's on the cards. Through the last corner again. And will Fraser go for a move, or will he bump draft again? And the answer will be a bump draft down the main straight. And Nick still using that double toe. He's not losing too much ground on him. So that's good for Nick. So he knows he still has the pace just to hang on behind. Beno runs a little bit wide, a little bit deep into the corner. But they keep it nice and fair. Ryan a bit taily in the background. Of Fraser all over the rear. Of Joshua Beno. Why can Josh get the win? Ugh. Sorry, throat's going a little bit sore here. Ugh. But Joshua Beno still leading. The next lap will be the last lap, so Fraser will have to see where he can make a move. Oh, Nick Morgan, very taily through that chicane. Still hanging on to the back, running really wide, clipping a bit of grass, but he'll get that toe once again. Ryan Taborski has a bit of a train behind him. Fraser Clegg, where is he going to pounce? Oh no, Joshua Beno, where will Nick pounce on the both of them? There goes Josh Beno, he's run really wide. So look at this, side by side, Fraser and Beno into the next set of corners, the last two corners. Nick is looking for a move on Fraser Clegg. Will he send one down the inside? No, that's going to ruin his run down the main straight. But we're going to be heading on to the last lap of the race here at Oschersleben. There goes Fraser now to the inside. Will Nick look for a move down the inside? Look at the overspeed. Here comes Nick. He's going to make a free wide down the T1. Can Nick take the lead into T1? Nick is in the lead as he runs really deep. He can balk it though on the apex. And Josh Beno is going to try go right around the outside of Fraser Clegg. Can't get the move done. Nick is into the lead. He will want to defend this hard, and that's what he's doing. He's going to defend it on Fraser Clegg. Now, Josh Beno, will he try go for an inside move into the corner? Yes, he does. So if these two battle, Nick could be on for something here. He's going to go straight to the inside to defend, but gives Beno the slipstream. Through the long left-hander, Fraser is still holding it around the outside. Is he going to back out or is he going to hold it? Nick is trying to hold it. Fraser, though, going to have it. Down the inside goes Josh Beno now. Balking it right on the apex. Look at this. Beno is spun round nearly. It's Nick and Fraser only for the lead now. Who is going to get it out of between these two? Nick will have to back out of it. Loses the rear a bit, but can he get the slipstream down the back straight? Nick is looking for this win. Josh Cody, this is going to be a great finish. Defending to the inside, to the outside. Better contact. Can Nick hold this around the outside? Yes, he can. Can he have the inside for the next corner? Oh, that's contact. They both spun round. And here comes Josh Beno. He takes the lead. Nick is spun round, but that allows Josh Beno to go through. That is insane scenes. Through the last corner, Josh Beno is going to take the win. He breaks the streak of Fraser Clegg. But Fraser Clegg having contact with Nick, but that's Josh Beno who will cross the line in first. And Nick Morgan, after having an astonishing race start and a holding P3 the whole time, will settle for 6th spot. And looking in the background, JJ Hamilton finishes in 8th, Jacob Higgins in 9th, and Maximus Morgan in 10th. And Ryan Taborski's on his lid. And here comes everyone now down the main straight. Front flip goes Luca.
Luca flips over
the wall. Oh my goodness, what a finish we got treated to. I need to have a look at what just happened on that last lap. That is insane scenes. Just quickly skip this whole, go to the next lap. Here it is. Have to use the in-game replay system. So we'll go back to what happened with Josh Beno. have a look at his onboard camera. And he sends one down the inside. Probably just tags the back of Fraser. Yes, he does. That causes him to half spin it. And then the two ahead just keeping it. But I want to know what happened into that last sector. These two were fully going at it. A bit of contact there. And then into the last sector, they were side by side. Nick was so deep under the brakes. And, oh, that's not a good camera angle to see it from. But Nick, and look at Josh Benno just straight on through. Oh, what even happened? Need to get a slow-mo on this. That's probably, here we go. Just have a look here, Josh, and get your thoughts too. Oh,
Pardon?
off the curb. Nick straight in the Fraser. Just a bit deep into the next set of corners. So Nick trying to carry that overspeed just didn't work as well. And then a bit of contact with Fraser Clegg. And then you can just see Josh Benno who goes straight on through to take the win. But oh my days, what a finish we were treated to just then. But the curse is broke.
Unbelievable.
The curse is broken. Well, not the curse. The streak is broken. Fraser Clegg, a 7-win streak, is now plummeted down to a 0-win streak because Benno has taken that win streak off him. Benno gets a win again. He had his last one at Laguna at round 2. Gets one here at round 7 now. Great job to... great job to Joshua Benno. Great scenes that final lap was. And we're going to have the top 10 reverse grid for this next race. And we will just wait before the grid to tell you who will be on the pole position. Well, the warm-up is finished and we are going to be heading into the feature race. Let's run you through the grid. And there you go, it's Maximus Morgan who is on the pole position for this feature race. Jacob Higgins will line up in second spot, JJ Hamilton in third, Luca Padovese in fourth, and Nick Morgan, who had the contact with Fraser Clegg, will line up in a fifth spot. George Miles in sixth, Ryan Taborski in seventh, James Brett in eighth. James Brett actually got the podium in that last race, I believe. So James Brett gets a podium, Fraser Clegg in ninth, and Joshua Benno in 10th. And then through the rest of the grid, Bobby Burns in 11th, Jackson Whitehead in 12th, Daniel Cox 13th, Joseph Parkinson 14th, Brooke Wilson 15th, Ethan Johnson 16th, and Jonathan Harris in 17th, but he is not on the grid for this race. Still, this is going to be a banger, this one. 15 laps of Oschersleben, or Sleben, blah, 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 however the Germans say it. I know, Josh Cody, you're a bit German. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the BMW M2 safety car takes him around for the full formation lap. We'll get underway again. Max warming up those tyres, trying to get the optimal temp. He's hoping to maybe pull away and just have a little bit of a lead. Fraser Clegg down in ninth. Josh Benno, though, the winner from that last race. Where can he finish? Will it be a 10th to first? Will it be a 10th to second? Or will it be a 10th to last? Depends on how the race is going to go today. Will we get another great final lap like we had just then? That was one of the best final laps we've ever had. That rival was season 3 finale at Indianapolis, where Josh Hunter claimed his maiden win. With that 4-car battle. Maximus Morgan getting the tyre temps in, hoping to pull away on this start. Look at Ryan Taborski warming up the tyres. He was fully all over the shop trying to get temp in the tyres in the Skittles machine. Benno, the Project 300. James Brett, who got a podium in that last race. I didn't even see him get that podium. But where can he go in this race? Daniel Cox starting in 13th, he will be. And I believe Ethan Johnson, once again, all the way at the back. Brooke Wilson warming up the tyres a little bit further behind too. Josh, what are your thoughts for this coming race?
No.
Well,
I'm kind of still like great. I'm still a bit rattled from last race. That was pretty hectic. That finish.
yes, it was. But I'll take it away here for the start. I let you take it away for the first one, and then all of that happened. And Brooke Wilson,
Yeah.
don't know what he's trying to do. Hopefully he doesn't try to do a big jump start. Hopefully he rejoins onto the back of the train. But the safety car peels into the pit lane. Brooke Wilson, yes, he joins back onto the back of the train. Round the last corner. Wait for the green flag to drop. Wait for Nick. No, not wait for Nick. Wait for Max. Wait for the green flag. And there you go. The green flag's running. And we are racing. And look at that. Luca Padavides is trying to go through. It's 4 wide on the main straight. Look at this already. Maybe even 5 wide down towards the first corner. Maybe don't want to try push it in too hard. As there goes Bobby Burns. He's in the wall. That's 1 out already. Looking out into the first corner. Nick spun round. And I believe that's only Nick who spun. James has spun. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of people
Benno's
spun.
off.
Benno's off too. A couple of people spun around there. And down into the next set of corners. And Bobby Burns crashed. That was an insane shunt. Keeps it going though. And now there goes JJ Hamilton round. JJ has spun round. Benno's down the field. Max is wide. Fraser's in 4th. And I forgot to bring the leaderboard up once again. Holy crap. I'm an idiot there. Looking further down. I heard a bit of contact. Josh Benno be trying to make his way through. Jacob Higgins is into the lead. Ryan Zaborski in 2nd. Fraser Clegg is in 3rd. Where is Nick in this battle? He is down in 11th spot. And through the first set of chicanes we go on the opening lap. Jacob Higgins in the lead. Here comes Ryan Zaborski. He's going to have some pace. All of them coming out. Look at Josh Benno really wide on the exit. He's trying to make his way through. Jackson Whitehead is defending for his life from Luca Padavides into the chicane. Walking it right on the apex. There goes Ethan Johnson. A bit of contact with Brooke Wilson. Causes him to go wide. And Josh Benno gets that move done. And looking for a move on Ethan Johnson now. Into the last corner. Jacob Higgins in lead. Ryan Taborski in 2nd. Fraser Clegg in 3rd. And here comes Max. Will he look for a move or will he bunch up? Well, I know Ryan Taborski's looking for the move down the inside in the T1. And that is the move to get him into the lead. Luca Padavides looking for a move on Jackson Whitehead. Maybe down the inside in the turn 1. Can he get it done? Try hold it right around the outside. This will be a beautiful move from Luca if he can get it done, but he can't. He's trying to slot back in. Or maybe can he get a run on the exit here? And sits right behind Joseph looking for a move. Can't get it done. Joshua Benno, I just realised too. He's through! And Jackson Whitehead and Luca have made contact into the next set of corners. And that's them both round. Well, Jackson's round. Jackson's actually out. He's jumped to the pit. And tell me if he disconnects. Okay, don't tell me. That's fine. But yeah, Jacob Higgins. He's on.
Me?
Yeah, because you're in the
Oh, no,
session.
he did disconnect.
Okay,
Sorry.
probably not
Wasn't
too
paying
happy of what happened there. But yeah, Josh Benno up in the 6th. He's right on the tail of Joseph Parkinson. Will he work with him or will he get through on him straight away? I reckon he'll get through on him. Look at this. Jacob Higgins, Ryan Taborski, side by side. The contact into the next set of corners. Jacob is all over the track. Fraser's trying to go for an inside move into the next set of corners. So Ryan looking to have maybe a lead if Jacob and Fraser fight it out. He gets a bit of a lead, but I don't even know. He cut back, and look at that. Josh Benno's already back onto the back of this train. So Josh Benno, from falling back, is now on the back of the lead train, and we could have an 8-car battle for the train. Look in the background. Nick is really wide. And down the main straight, Max, will he go for a move? Will Fraser go for a move? Fraser's going for a move on Jacob into the first corner. Will Jacob try hold it right around the outside? Looks like he tries to, but he can't get it. And that's going to hold up Max if Max can't get it done. Now here comes Josh Benno to the inside. Can he get the move done? Maybe pick up a bit of a distant toe. Well, not distant, but right behind Jacob. But Nick will have the... Not Nick, Max will have the inside. Look at Ethan Johnson! Trying to send one down the inside. He's absolutely clobbered the side of Joseph. And Joseph will try to look back through and try to get through on there. Oh my goodness, my throat. And look at this, Max and Jacob. They're side by side still. They're losing the lead as Josh Benno will not... He's probably licking his lips to try and get moves. Gets it down the inside. And now he's up into 4th. And now will he make the move on Jacob Higgins? Oh, a bit of bunk draft in here to the inside. There goes Josh Benno down the inside of Jacob into the next set of corners. Can he get the move done? Yes, he can. Here comes Nick to try follow, but Max are following through, and Jacob has turned Benno around. Benno keeps it going in one direction, rejoins back onto the track, but Benno from the back of the field, now back into the fight, has now lost it. And look at Ethan Johnson. He's up 11 spots. He's up in the 5th spot, but it could get hairy there at the front. Down here, Brooke Wilson going to be working together now with Max to try catch the leaders. It's going to be hard if these two work together, but I know Ryan, hopefully, he will defend his life out on them. The two CXE machines are going to be trying to rattle them out in front. Ryan Taborski, though, in the lead once again. Hopefully he doesn't do a plunderable performance like he done in the first race. Through the second last corner, hitting the rear of Fraser Clegg. Need to take a big swig of water there, because, my goodness. Benno, not too far behind. Lucky he kept it going in one piece. And hopefully, he's going to make it through once again. And Bobby Burns in the pit lane. Ryan Taborski, Fraser Clegg. Them two maybe going to be working together. Nick has been overtaken now by Josh Benno. Josh Benno goes extremely wide. James Brett gets a bit of contact from Nick, but Josh Benno runs us wide again. But hopefully he can try catch ahead onto Jacob Higgins. Down the main straight, these four need to work together if they want to catch the leaders. Down the main straight, Ethan bump drafting down the main straight. So it looks like they're going to keep it going. Very extreme bump drafting down the main straight. But everyone starting the bump draft to try catch each other's trains. But will it all work out? Gotta wait, 11 laps to go now. And the race has now settled down. Josh, what were your thoughts on that opening lap?
That was pretty hectic.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, lost for words. Looking at what's going on here. Look at this train. They're hungry. They're hoping they catch the leaders. Hopefully they do. I do want to see a 6-car train. Make that 7 maybe if Benno catches onto him. He's got Nick. Nick and James Brett on the back too. But JJ Hamilton is starting to catch up now. Down the back straight, Ryan Taborski still holding that lead. I believe Bobby Burns is on the track, so hopefully when everyone catches up to him, he gets out of the way safely. Yeah, Ryan Taborski seems to have some pace over Fraser. He is pushing that car. Ryan looking for a win At the start of the season, he took the championship lead, and then he just fell off from there. But his last win was all the way back at the feature race at Alton Park. So hopefully, he got a couple podiums here and there, but hopefully he's looking for a win on the cards today. Down the main straight, Fraser just can't get it behind him. But look at the bump drafting from Max and Brooke. It's just they're keeping that gap the same every lap, so it's going to be hard to catch the leaders unless they start battling real hard. They probably don't want to battle, because they don't want to have another train pull up. But we'll watch that gap as the laps go on. We could be treated to another epic finale in this race. Apparently Brooke Wilson's out on my screen, but he's back now. He just blinked out. And Ethan has sent one down the inside. And Brooke Wilson not having it there. Hopefully he doesn't lock up into the rest of the field. And now he's jumped to the pits and he knows what has gone on. What has gone on there. Now Max is the lone one in this train until Ethan catches up to try bump draft him back and catch Fraser and Ryan. It's going to be hard. Max going to be pushing that FTA machine to the limits. They got 10 laps to go. Anything could happen in 10 laps. Just like one video I watched the other day. A lot can happen in 20 minutes. Hopefully, Josh, you get that reference.
Oh, I get that. No, that's a good reference. That's a good reference.
Shout out, Spokey's here. Down the main straight.
Yes. Gets Spoke in the Legend Car E Series.
Oh, imagine that. Hopefully he can bring the whole team with Noel as well.
What,
So,
a 40, 50 car grid?
Oh, probably hundreds. Down into the next corners,
Yeah,
though.
100 car grid.
Ryan Zaborski still holding that lead. Fraser Clegg behind two. Hopefully Bobby will get out of the way. Really long right-hander. We're heading into the right chicane. Just got to call it the flip-flop now. With the flip-flop. That's a reference to Canberra Go-Kart Club. The flip-flop.
KSR corner.
KSR corner.
KSR corner.
So hopefully Bobby will move out of the way. Hopefully down the main straight. Hopefully he doesn't get involved in this battle too much.
KSR corner.
Trying to see where he is. Yes, he is. Probably get out of the way down the main straight. Through the last corner, Bobby runs extremely wide, but hopefully he gets out of the way. Yes, he does. Bobby just doing the right thing. Blue flags. Gets out of the way. And pulls back in behind. Maybe it'll help his fellow FTA member out. But yeah, Max Morgan has pulled away from Jacob and Ethan so far, as I've seen Max run a little bit wide, but Ethan and Jacob having a bit of a mingle, and now Jacob is on the back foot. He's under pressure from James Brett. Josh Benner, though, up in the 6th, doing well just to recover. But yeah, Max, he definitely ran wide. He's lost 7/10 through that first sector. That battle chain behind it will form into something good, I hope.
Oh,
What happened?
someone's blown their motor.
Someone blown the... Ethan Johnson has blown the motor! Oh no. Ethan has blown up a motor. Down the back straight. Into the next set of S's.
Hell.
Oh my goodness. That is,
Oh gosh.
oh golly god gosh. Into the last corner. Ryan Taborski runs extremely wide. Fraser Clegg now right on the tail, but they're probably just going to bump draft down this main straight. Yes, they do. 7 laps to go when they cross it. So, don't think Max will be catching. But he's got his brother Nick behind catching. Those two are going to battle it out for the podium. Josh Benno will be there to battle it out for the podium. James Brett down the inside of Jacob Higgins in the T1. Gets the move done on Jacob. Now JJ Hamilton, alright, on the rear. Ryan Taborski still holding that lead. Imagine if Bobby Burns was in the top 3, because he's actually hanging around with the leaders. Bobby, a lap car in this race, just sitting there. And you're going to watch this battle unfold ahead of him. Josh Benner, though, right behind on Nick. Where will he make the move on Nicholas Morgan? Maybe down the back straight. Through the long right-hander will head into the chicane. The right, left, right. The flip-flop chicane. And will he look for the move down the back straight and get himself up into 4th place and start the chase down Max? Getting the slipstream. Will he go to the inside? This has been one of his favourite spots to make a move. No, he's actually going to bump draft Nick in it to the next set of corners. And help Nick get up to his brother and battle it out for a podium. And James Brett could be on for another podium. But Ryan Taborski holding the lead. Fraser Clegg in 2nd spot. Fraser, will he go for a move? Or was he too far back? Or will he bump draft once again down the main straight? Doesn't look like he goes one. 6 laps to go. Well, starting to get tired here.
Oops, someone else has blown a motor.
Oh, who's that? Oh no.
I don't know.
Don't tell me it was. Don't tell me it was! It was Nick Morgan!
How?
Nick Morgan has blown a motor! What has happened? Has he downshifted too quick? I'm watching here. Oh, probably way too quick on the downshifts, and that's a motor blown for Nick Morgan. So Nick Morgan now out of this race.
Yep.
But back to the leaders now. Fraser Clegg, Ryan Taborski still bump drafting each other. And Max is now under pressure from Josh Benno. Josh Benno going to go to the outside into the last sector now. And he's around the outside. Beautiful move from Josh Benno. Gets the move done. And Benno, from getting spun on the opening lap and getting spun once again by Jacob, he's back into 3rd spot. And he has got pace. Oh, he's using all the track there. And hopefully these two start battling. Down the main straight into the 1st corner. Fraser just sitting behind, 5 laps to go. Looks like Fraser's car got a bit of damage on the front there. Looks like the front's a little bit lifted up. Maybe that's just a look at the paint, but to me, it does look like it's lifted up. A bit dinted in. Hopefully, these two start to battle. Might bring Benno back into it, but I highly doubt it. Just depends on what is going to happen in this race. Benno, though, You see in the background there, James Brett, Max Morgan side by side. Very close between them two. Nearly pushing each other off the track. James trying to get the move done. Can he hold it around the outside? A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact into the last corner. But it is Max who still prevails out of that. And Benno using the slipstream of Bobby down the main straight to try and gain some inroads on the cars ahead. And JJ Hamilton now has got pressure from Jacob Higgins once again. Padaviz makes the move on Daniel Cox. Daniel Cox in the top 10. 4 spots up in this race. He's got Joseph behind him. But Benno's made a couple tenths. 4 laps to go though. He will need to gain probably a second lap just to catch up. Very hard. Quickest lap though in this race is from James Brett, a 39.7. Benno is pushing that Project 300 machine to the limits. But if these two start battling hard, or if Ryan starts to defend, Benno could be straight back in this fight. So, down the main straight once again. Ryan Zaborski, Fraser Clegg, 3 laps to go in this race. It's going to be the last one soon. Benno still 3.5 seconds away. And Fraser still trailing behind Ryan. Ryan, though, I reckon he's going to make it hard for Fraser on the final lap. He's not going to let him have an inch. If Nick Morgan's back on the track after his blown engine, just to get some points on the board. Well, I think as I said that, Nick Morgan's probably in the fence. Yeah, he is. He's just turned it. He's just hard hooked it into the fence. Looked like his wheel disconnected. Yeah, his wheel disconnects. He goes straight into the wall. Don't know if that's trying to be an on-purpose safety. Well, he gets back racing now. Hopefully that's not an on-purpose safety car attempt. Probably too late in this race. They have a safety car anyway. The caution laps will run dry into the final lap. Look at this, Fraser Clegg still just trailing behind. Will he go for the move with 2 laps to go? Or will he wait till that final lap? Josh Benno still trying to make inroads. He's still got Max and James though behind. Jacob Higgins is probably he's lost a bit of ground on JJ Hamilton. Daniel Cox behind Luca. Going to try and battle it for 8th spot. Down the main straight. Second last lap. Josh Benno though, he's going to have a bit of a battle on his hands now, as Jacob Higgins has spun for the last corner. So he spun around, gets back going, and Benno is side by side with Max into the first corner. Now these two battling, probably won't have a chance now to get to those leaders, but they're just going to battle it out for podium positions now. And Josh Benno still holds it on Max Morgan. And here comes James though. Can he look for an inside attempt? And I believe Nick has also just hard hooked it into the fence again. Yes, he has. He's gone back to the pits. And look at this, side by side. Nick is actually back past Benno. Gets the move done. And James Brett now is down the inside of Josh Benno into the long left-hander. Can Benno hold it around on the outside, or will he have to give it up? No, he's going to send it back on James Brett. Maybe a bit of contact between the two. They keep it even, and Benno still holds 4th place. It's still looking for that podium. I just want to go have a back at that move, though, from Nick. See how he got it done. Oh, not Nick, Max, because I actually didn't see that. Did he do a little bit of a last switch? I think he might have. Yeah, last switch to the inside. It's actually that's a beautiful move from Maximus Morgan. Gets it done. Proper go-kart style there. But Ryan Zaborski, Fraser Clegg, the gap's actually 5 tenths now, so Fraser must have had a bit of a off-track excursion, maybe ran a little bit wide, but he won't have that run down the main straight anymore. As Ryan, he will lead us on to the final lap of the race. It's a white flag. Can Ryan finally get a win? His first win was back at Alton Park in the feature race, and Ryan Zaborski's going to be battling it out now with the reigning champion of Fraser Clegg, not side by side though, into the first corner. And looking in the background here, Josh Beno down the inside of Max, but Max is trying to hold it down the inside. He's all over the curb. He sends him over it, and Beno avoids it, but James is now back into a podium position. But where will Beno look for the move now on James to try and get in to third place? He got in the third, went back to fourth, and now where can he find the move on James? James, can he hold it though? Is a different story. Ryan still got Fraser 2 tenths behind. James got Beno about a tenth behind. This is going to be a great final lap between first and second and third and fourth. Ryan, look at the pace he has though. JJ Hamilton has crashed.
I've
Apparently.
just heard another blown motor.
Me too. I don't know if anyone's actually blown the motor though. I don't think they have. Yeah, no one has. Sounded like a blown motor from someone. Maybe just Nick Morgan just jumping back to the pits and just crashing. But down the back straight, look at James defending. Look at Fraser. Can Fraser look for a move? He's thinking of it. Can't get it done. Maybe he'll just hold it. Josh Beno, though, side by side, in at two. The last sector of the track. Fraser Clegg's run wide in the distance. Josh Beno's into a podium spot. Fraser Clegg in second spot. He's way off Ryan now. Ryan, though, after battling it out, trying to get a win again. His win from Alton Park was in the feature, but he finally gets a win at round 7 in the feature here today. 6 spots from 7th on the grid. He takes the win here for the feature race. Fraser Clegg will have to finish in second. That's 2 seconds, but his win streak is gone, and Josh Beno finishes on the podium once again. And now, all of them, straight line T1. Here we go. Let's see how big these crashes can get. James Brett's nearly over the wall. Ryan Zaborski's over the wall. Wait for everyone else to appear. Wait for Luca. Luca sends Max maybe over the wall. But I want to have a look at what happened with Fraser and Ryan, if there was any contact through the last couple of corners. Quickly have a look. So I saw a little bit of a half move from there. Fraser trying to send it into the next corner. Ryan leaves the space, and Fraser tries to send it really deep, but he just doesn't have to have the run. Maybe he just had the brake to not get an off track. I don't know. Look from here. Yeah, something happened there. Don't know what happened there, but we'll get a look back on that. But yeah, pretty weird. So we'll just go back further in this race. Just get these replay screens up. And we'll start. Hopefully Josh Beno will join. Just start from here. And wait for them to join the commentary box. But let's just go through our results. Which one? I'll just quickly get that in a second. Yo, Josh.
Yeah.
Go to FTA real quick, and I'll talk to him after.
Do you want me to tell him to talk to you
Yeah.
after? Alright.
Yeah, we can get through these results. But yeah, so with the results, Ryan Zaborski takes the win. He finally gets a win in at that feature. He finishes in first. Fraser Clegg finishes in second. That's 2 seconds for him. And Joshua Beno will finish in third, gets a podium. James Brett in fourth. Max Morgan gets in the top 5. Luca Padaviz in sixth. Daniel Cox in seventh. Joseph Parkinson in eighth. JJ Hamilton in ninth. 10th place was Bobby Burns. Jacob Higgins in 11th. Nicholas Morgan 12th. Ethan Johnson 13th. George Miles 14th. Brooke Wilson 15th. Jackson 16th. And Jonathan Harris, who didn't even do the racing today, finishes in 17th. That is your results from today's racing, and we're just waiting for Josh Beno, Fraser Clegg, and Ryan Zaborski to get in the commentary box. Hopefully they do. If you can, could you grab them for me, Josh?
Who do you want me to grab again? Sorry.
Well, no, never mind. They've actually already joined. As soon as I put that in, they've instantly joined.
Yes.
Yes.
They
Well,
just felt my aura, and they felt like I don't want to deal with Josh Cody, so
Fight
they're like,
me.
I'll join.
okay, no, let me go. But we'll start off with Josh Benno, third place finisher.
Wait, can we start? Can we start with the first place? My mum just got home, please.
Okay, well, we'll start with first place now. Ryan Zaborski.
Jeez, and I don't get to be last. No, this is ridiculous.
Ryan had a plunderful performance in race 1, spinning it, hitting the back
know.
of Fraser Clegg, but he pulls it back, wins the feature race. That was his first win since Alton Park
No,
at round 1. Yes, it was. I've checked the things.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was.
it was. But yeah, Ryan, how was that out there today? How'd you pull off the win in the feature race, starting from 7th on the grid?
Well, obviously, Fraser Clegg was driving a mobility scooter. That is very helpful. I had a bit of damage myself, which me and Fraser just pulled. Pretty happy with that, and yeah, Fraser got a slowdown last lap, which pretty much gave me the win.
Okay, so that's why Fraser slammed on the brakes. I was very confused like that happened. Like, yeah, Ryan in the first race, what even happened there hitting the back of Fraser Clegg? They just become with the weird contact physics of the legend car, sometimes hitting the back of someone and just spinning around.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
just yep.
It was pretty sad, actually.
Yep.
I nearly, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's pretty funny. I didn't think the car would just spin.
Yeah, yelled out on
the
live stream too. A plunderful performance by Ryan once again.
Yeah.
I was wondering when
once again, keywords.
I was wondering when a win was going to come from you again, and you did pull it off. Luckily, you did in that feature race. That was good to watch. But thank you, Ryan. Good job on first, and hope to see you for the Aussie titles at Phillip Island.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll go to second place now. His win streak has now been broken by Benno and Ryan. Fraser, you had a 7-win streak, but now that's come crumbling. But pretty good today. 2 second places. Got to be happy with that. I believe you actually take out the round win from that because Benno finished first and finished third in that one. So I believe you actually took out the round win. But how was it?
Oh, it was all right. I mean, I'm pissed off because I got damage from netcode at the start. Even though the car was 4 meters behind me, it basically destroyed my whole front end, gave me wheel damage, and yeah, I had no pace the whole race. I was down on the straights and couldn't turn the car. So, I mean, P2 is probably better than I thought it was going to be on lap 1, but yeah, I'm just disappointed because I couldn't even put up a fight at the end. And then race 1, I did everything right and then got taken out. So, I mean, at least I still finished second there. But yeah, that's kind of disappointing. But hey, 2 P2s isn't the end of the world. And yeah, just keeps the run going of podiums. So I guess win streak's over. At least the podiums are still going, so I can't be too angry.
Yeah, well...
Just a heads up on that, I would like my chocolate block.
Oh, actually, yes, so don't worry, Ryan. You will have that chocolate block next time you
I
see
like
me.
peppermint chocolate.
Oh my god, you're a king. You're actually...
yuck.
No, you're actually going to get 5 peppermint chocolate blocks now. But yeah, Fraser,
Thank you.
good job. 2 seconds. I hope to see you for the Aussie National
fuck away,
Titles,
weirdo.
and hopefully to see you at the Aussie National Titles at Phillip Island.
Okay.
Now, hopefully, Benno is here. Hopefully, he's not talking to the
I'm
anchor,
here.
Benno. Yeah, there we go. So,
Just leak my
Benno,
mum's name.
yeah, that's fine. Don't worry, I'll leak everyone's name, like Jamie Benno. Oh, wasn't it
The anchor.
Susan? Wasn't it Susan Benno as well? I can't remember the name.
Sarah.
Ah, yeah.
Just ask me questions so I can go and have a wank, please.
Oh, okay. So he's got to tug one out after this. So Josh Benno, first place in the first race.
Appropriate.
You did have a bit of a spin on that last lap. They had like the same thing as Ryan, tagging the back in the physics, just spinning you around. But you pulled off the win still after Nick and Fraser had a bit of contact, swooping on through and taking it. The feature race didn't really go your way. A bit of a bingle on the start, and then making your way back to the lead train, and then getting spun by Jacob. But what were your thoughts going on through both of those races?
Race 1 was pretty fun. I got pretty annoyed at Fraser actually because the reason I was kind of tapping him in the rear through that corner is because he was just rolling. I'm not sure if you could tell on the thing. So Nick would go alongside me, so I just kept whacking him. But then I ended up half spinning, so I kind of ate shit. But then those two took each other out, so it was pretty, I was pretty funny. I was laughing, but yeah. And then race 2 was just insane. My initial start was really good. I went from like 10th to 3rd at turn 1. And then James did a bit of bowling action, did a bit of Valtteri Bottas at Hungary, and kind of hit everyone. And I had a really big net code, which unfortunately put me off. And then slowly started climbing my way back, and then kind of got into that train. And then had the bit of the incident with Jacob, which I'm not. I think that was just a bit of a racing incident. I was being a bit aggressive and squeezing him, and he kind of stayed there, and I didn't think he would. And then it kind of turned both of us. And then the last minute battle with James was fun. James had a lot of pace, and so did Max. Was Max or Nick? I don't know, one of them. And then I was a bit naughty when I squeezed him onto the sausage curb there, and he spun, and then I just had to get around James in the last lap, and then he kind of made a bit of a mistake, which made it a bit easy for me. But yeah, I had fun. That's the main bit. I'm pretty much out of championship contention, but I had a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, finally got a win again. Your last win was back at Laguna Seca in the feature, which you.
You don't have to remind me. It's okay.
So
Your
thank
last
you.
win was at Laguna Seca in the feature.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it's okay if you say, because your name's Josh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wait, who do you want to thank? Who do
Yeah.
you want to thank? Josh?
Oh my god.
Me,
I want to thank.
me.
I
me.
don't want to thank Ryan. He's shit.
What about that one guy for gifting you the first race win?
Can we disconnect this guy already? He's already done his interview.
Well,
So I wanna thank FCR Sim Sports and all the members.
Don't
My
forget.
sponsors:
Thank you,
Richards
thank
Auto Electrical, Lena Bennett Toyota Lithgow, Australian
Rubber Glen
Images
News and
and
Motor.
project300.com.
Mhm.
.com.au. Don't forget. And I would also like to thank Josh Cody for the brilliant commentary.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Bianca,
Brilliant.
you gotta thank your mum.
Ow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank my mum as well for letting me be on the sim instead of beating me.
Yeah.
Also, you got to thank Ryan Whitfield, Michael Whitfield,
Yeah, Ryan.
Elijah
Ryan
Whitfield.
Whitfield, Michael Whitfield.
Elijah
And
Whitfield.
if anyone, and I also want to thank 0493558524.
Whoa.
Ryan Zaworski's phone number. Everyone call it up.
Okay.
Thank you and good night.
Oh,
Just
well-
imagine me mic dropping.
Everyone, that phone number was found in the bathroom of a pub.
Okay. Well, so
Yeah,
Benno will be getting a block of chocolate too. But yeah, that's it. That rounds out another great night of racing for the TFH Higher Legend Car E Series, round 7 at Oschersleben, and we are going to the Aussie National Titles next at Phillip Island. Hopefully, we got some prizes that will go up for grabs. But till next time, me and Josh Cody signing out of the commentary box.
Could I have a
Goodbye.
block of chocolate as well?